Hello there. I am Carolyn Morris with Carolyn Morris Fighting for You, and I have Lynette Spencer with me today, the founder and executive director of Adventure Works here in DeKalb, Illinois. And Lynette wants to share with us about what Adventure Works does, what their mission is, and the fact that tomorrow, Thursday, May 7th, is Give DeKalb County Day. So, Lynette, can you tell us a little bit about Adventure Works?
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for the interview opportunity. AdventureWorks is a nonprofit organization that serves kids of all ages up to age 26. So if you're able to be on your parents' insurance, then you're able to get services at AdventureWorks. And we have made every effort over the past 10 years of being in operations to make sure that everybody has equal access to services, no matter what your socioeconomic status might be. So if you are able to afford $0 toward your services, we are able to make sure that you're able to get the same services as somebody who could pay full fee. So whether or not you have commercial insurance like a Blue Cross Blue Shield, or you have no insurance, you still have access to healthcare and top-notch behavioral healthcare through AdventureWorks. One of the most important things I think to communicate to folks is that as a therapist myself, prior to starting AdventureWorks, I've always felt a little bit of a disconnect in the office setting when working with clients, especially kids. That kids are really focused on in the moment rather than reviewing what happened in the past week, reporting on, sort of objectively reporting on their lives, coming into the office and having to recall all of that information, think about how to handle things better or differently, taking a different approach, and then going into the next week trying it out, coming back and reporting on it. That's a really hard thing for kids to do. It's easy for parents to come in and report how kids have been doing, or for us to get reports from teachers or other authority figures in kids' lives, but it's hard for kids themselves to focus on the past week and the next week and how that all plays into their process of doing well and confronting the challenges of their lives. And so AdventureWorks partners with kids a little differently. We're able to get outside and do activities with kids. And in the activity process, whether we're doing a high adventure like rock climbing or paddling a canoe, or we're doing a really mild adventure like walking and talking, or playing hopscotch on the parking lot where we're at in outside of our office, we're able to partner with them in their activities and see their behaviors and see their thought process, hear about their thought process in the moment. So kids come in and work with us as partners, and that makes us kind of look different to them in terms of their perception of authority and their perception of counseling. And we try to make counseling a little more fun as well. When we add activity and adventure into the process, we're able to give it a different feel. So they're not coming in talking to an authority figure. They're not, we're not just one more adult in their life that's trying to find out what's going on. We're there and we're partnering with them in their activities and trying to make a real difference in the way that we connect with them.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And I remember the first time you told me about what Adventure Works does. And as a mother of four kids, aged 13 to 5, all of my children have been in therapy. And they've never been in a type of therapy that is quite like what you're talking about. And it's play-based, it sounds like. It sounds like it's a mentorship, build relationship type of experience where they can really grow and improve. And yeah, everything that I've read has suggested that mentorship is part of that progress to growth. So that's really thrilling. I love the idea of what you guys do. So tell us
Yeah, thank
about
you.
how COVID-19 has adjusted the way that you guys are operating.
Well, we are all remote online. We've had to close down about 3 of our programs, and we're online doing tele mental health for our counseling program, which is our main program. So our main program has been able to continue without much interruption at all. We're just doing it online. And so it's a little different doing interactive activities through the computer. But we found really cool ways and innovative ways to interact. There's screen sharing capability within the software that we use. And so we're able to do interactive activities with our kids on the computer, which has been kind of neat. The other thing that has changed is the ability to get a peek into our kids' sort of everyday environment. A lot of kids have actually enjoyed showing us their rooms and introducing us to their home environment, which is different than we ever normally get to see. So that's kind of positive in some cases. We're working a little bit more with parents than we normally would, because parents have more of an attention span for a computer in terms of a conversation over the computer than what younger kids have. Our littler kids, I would say under the age of 10, maybe 9 or 10, under that age, they kind of struggle with attention and on the computer. We could walk with them if they want to change direction in the office. If we're outside or in the office together, we can walk with them if they have an impulse to go somewhere. On the computer, we're just left with an empty room if they decide to leave the room. And so we're doing a little more work with parents than we would. It's a good opportunity as well. But yeah, everything's online right now. One of the downsides of the online transition was that we lost touch with a lot of our clients. There were a lot of clients who felt pretty chaotic when school was canceled and the homebound kind of rules were set into place and the quarantine rules. And so it was difficult to connect with some of our clients, especially those who don't have the devices and the internet access that is necessary to be able to have an online session. So we've been doing a little bit more outreach. We have received a grant from the Mental Health Board to do a video that should be coming out next week. We actually did a collaborative approach to the video and worked with the other nonprofit counseling agencies. So we're working with YSB, Family Service Agency, Ben Gordon Center, and AID to do we did a video together that will be focused on outreach and getting people connected to our agencies and making sure that we're trying all the different avenues to make sure that we're connecting to people who need our services during this time.
That sounds great. I'm really excited to see your video come out. And I feel like what you're doing is all the more important right now as we're in this stressful state. I think, we need connection by nature. And so being at home can really exacerbate all of those stresses and experiences that we have that we already struggle with. Lynette, I want to thank you so much. This is Lynette Spencer, the founder and executive director of Adventure Works, speaking with me today and asking for your support as we go into tomorrow, May 7th, Give DeKalb County. Thanks so much, Lynette.
Thank you very much.